Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to our class. I am your instructor Adil Raza and today we have to learn an SLO from grade 6 unit 11. So let's find out what our today's SLO is about. So here our today's SLO is about the competency of reading and critical thinking. It's our lecture 3B and the main topic, the basic topic of this SLO is sequence of ideas and cause and effects. These are the two things which we learn in this SLO. So let's read the SLO. The SLO states that analyze organizational patterns in the text, list sequence of ideas and events, and secondly comparison, contrast, and thirdly cause and effect. So in this SLO we will focus on the list sequence of ideas or events or cause and effect relationship which found in the text. So in this SLO we will learn how we can identify the sequence of ideas while reading in a text and how we can identify the cause and effect relationship while reading a text. So let's go further. Here we have a brainstorming session. So let's do brainstorm about this topic. So think about a story or an article you have read recently. How was the information organized? Was there a clear order or sequence to the ideas? So students, have you ever read a story? I can guess that you will definitely have read different stories, and when we read a story you can witness that there is a certain organization of the ideas in this story, organization of the events in this story, the sequence of the event in this story. This is the organizational pattern which we have to learn today. So let's find out how this sequence is formed and why such type of sequences are happened in the text. A list sequence of ideas or events is an organizational pattern used in writing to present information in a specific order, and when we read a text we have to identify this sequence of ideas or events to understand the text clearly because it is used in writing. So when we read we have to interpret this organizational pattern. This pattern is typically used to, so why this pattern is important and why such type of patterns are used in the reading, or we can say that writing, because they are used to arrange ideas or events chronologically. Chronologically means we can say that the event which happens at the first place is written at the first, like one thing is happen in the 1906 and second thing happen in the 1911. So the first one which comes which happens firstly comes at the start, and secondly the thing which occurs at the second place comes. This is how the chronological order is used. That's why we use such type of organizational pattern to arrange the ideas or events or text in a chronological way to understand them in a better way. Enumerate information. This organizational patterns in the ideas enumerate the information. When we read a paragraph, in one paragraph there has to be one idea, and when we read second paragraph there also has to be a second idea, and when we read third paragraph there has to be a third idea. So when the organizational pattern is followed, so this type of text will produce, and when the reader reads such type of text it's very easy to deduce information from such type of text. Thirdly, highlight steps in a process. So when we talk about a process, let's suppose we have to write a process of making a flow chart. So in such type of writings, in such type of non-fiction text, what we have to do, we have to follow these organizational patterns. This will help to present any process or any action which comes in the steps in a more easy or compact way. So this is how the list of a sequence or ideas works, and that's why they are important in writing. Now we have the second thing, the cause and effect relationship. Cause and effect is an organizational pattern used in writing to explain the reasons why something happens. Like the corruption, why the corruption is happen, we have to write the cause. So this type of things are used in the text. When we talk about a problem, most of the time as a writer we should have to give the reason behind that problem. So this is how the cause and effect relationship works in the text. The results of it happening, the effect. So when we talk about a cause, like something happened, so what is the effect of that cause? These both things are most of the time presented in the text. This pattern helps to illustrate the relationship between events, actions and conditions and their outcomes. Like we can say that there is an effect, and what is that effect? The streets are very dirty. So why this effect happens? What is the cause of this effect? Because people's make the place dirty, that's why this is the cause because of which the effects happen. So when we learn the relationship, when we write something on the by following this pattern of cause and effect, we can easily understand the problem, the base of the problem, and it's very easy to make a solution of that problem or suggest a solution of that problem. So this is how the cause and effect relationship used in the text. And when we read some such type of text, what we have to do? We firstly have to identify the effect, then we have to identify the cause, because when we identify the cause and effect, we can easily solve that problem, we can easily overcome that issue which is presented in the text. So this is how the cause and effect relationship found in the written text or in the spoken text. So let's find out. Here is the text of the lesson. In this we will learn how the ideas are organized, how the organizational pattern of the ideas are used in the text, and how the cause and effect relationship found in this dialogue. So here it's actually a dialogue. So let's read what is the setting of this dialogue. Momin and Hassan were not only classmates but also best friends. Hassan took Momin to his cousin Bilal's house. Hassan and Momin arrived at Bilal's house, which was conveniently located nearby. As he stepped inside, he noticed a group of girls and boys enthusiastically working on creating poster, vibrant charts, markers, glue, and various other materials were placed in the lawn. Hassan introduced Momin to other people present there who were Bilal's neighbors and also engaged in same activity. The group included Bilal, Nasser, Kiran, Anam and Ali. They all welcomed him. So this is the setting of the dialogue. Now the dialogue is going to be start. So what happens in the dialogue, what they conversate, what they talk about in this dialogue, we have to identify two things: the organizational pattern of the idea, and secondly we have to think that this is not right. We have to identify the pattern of the idea, and secondly we have to see the cause and effect relationship. We have to identify the problem according to which they talked about, and then we will see which type of issue is facing there. So Bilal, Hassan, can your friend join us? It would be wonderful if they could gather as many people as possible. Hassan, absolutely, he is more than welcome to join. What do you think, Momin? What Momin responds? The Momin responds that I would love to participate, but please guide me first. Could you explain that this is all about? Hassan, last week in our neighborhood, several children fell seriously and a few adults had to be hospitalized. They were diagnosed with diarrhea. So students, there is an effect. There we can found an effect, and what is that effect? The people fell into diarrhea, the people are going to be hospitalized, the people are going to be ill, and why they are ill, this is not presented there. So it is the effect, we can say that, and now we have to find out the cause of this effect, and then we will address it with a solution. So we have found the effect in the text. Now we have to find the cause, why diarrhea is going to be happen, why the diarrhea is spreading at that place. Bilal, we believe the hustle and bustle in our streets his has increased again after the coronavirus pandemic lockdown. People are neglect their surroundings, leading to alarming health problems. So there comes the cause. And what is the cause? Because the peoples are not taking care of the place, the people are not taking care of the, we can say that, cleanliness. That's why such type of effects are happening. So this is how the cause and effect relationship found in any text or in a dialogue. And the organizational pattern is also found. Firstly, they start with the introduction, then they talk about the thing, then there is an, we can say that, the effect is presented, and then there is the cause is presented, and then they address what to do to tackle such type of problem or this type of thing. So this is how the organizational patterns are presented in the text, and this is how the cause and effect relationship illustrated in the text. I hope you guys have understand how to identify cause and effect. So here is a classroom activity. In this, what you have to do, you have to identify, you have to read the complete text, and then you have to identify different effects and their causes, and then by identifying the cause and effect, what you can do, you can suggest a strong solution according to the problem. So let's go further. Here is a simulation link. The simulation is also about the cause and effect relationship and the organizational patterns in the text, and according through watching this video, your understanding of organizational pattern and cause and effect relationship in a text will become more compact and more comprehensive. So this is the worksheet. Kindly pause this video and attempt this worksheet according to the knowledge of your SLO. Let's go further. Here we have a homework. This homework is also according to the things which we have learned today. What you have to do, you have to make a sequence of the idea, what comes at the first, what comes at the second, what comes at the third. You have to make a sequence of the ideas which are presented in your dialogue, or we can say that the text of the lesson. So this is your homework for today. Here comes the resource pack. This resource pack will assist you to achieve your SLOs in a more better way, and these all resources are associated with the video. You can access them very easily through the description box. I hope you guys have understand what are the organizational patterns in the text, what is the cause and effect relationship in the text, and how we can identify these patterns and these relationships in the text. If you find any issue, any confusion, any doubt, you can ask in the comment section and ask from your teacher as well. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.